This is Kim with Kim's Creation. Hello, everybody. Let me try that again. Hello, everybody. This is Kim with Kim's Creations and Card Ministry coming to you on a pre-recorded video. It is currently about 12:15. That would be a.m., midnight, after midnight, on so it's Sunday now, September the 3rd. I was going to try to get one on Saturday, but I didn't. But that's okay, because it wouldn't have shown up until today on the 3rd anyway, by the time it takes like 4 hours to upload to YouTube. So anyway, there you go. Anyway, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. The last video I did the other day, I showcased this set, this suite called, is this inked and tiled set. It's called Inked Botanical Suite. And I did pretty much use, I think, the whole suite. It comes with the stamp set. Beautiful, beautiful stamp set with great sentiments that can be used. It comes, if you buy the whole suite, it comes with 2 punches, kind of like a little X and a O punch. And I used these on the cards as well. The Designer Series paper pack, it's a 6x6 paper pack, coming with all kinds of designs front and back. It's pretty much the same color pattern palette of, in this set. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. So the color palette for this is, for this Inked Botanical Suite, or the Designer Series paper, I think just might be called Inked Botanicals. It's Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. I did bring in Cajun Craze and some of the darker Pretty Peacock, and I thought they all worked well too. So that I had used this set in my card class last Saturday, a week ago. And these are the 2 cards that we started with. So this was the first card I showed everybody. Here's our card. And everybody did a card very similar to mine. Using the stamp set. Here's the ribbon that comes in. The Lost Lagoon ribbon is also part of the suite. We used 1 paper front and back. We used that little punch right here. And then I pulled out the butterflies that have been in the annual catalog now for a couple of years. I thought they looked really cute with this. This is on the Lost Lagoon cardstock. And then I put a little piece inside. And then I said, everybody, okay, here I've got more paper choices and options here. And they picked their own options and kind of came up with their own design. So they were all a little different. And I did an easel card for my second one. And what everybody was working with, they all worked with the same thing, but there was different paper patterns they could choose from. This is one of the patterns I have not used yet, although I've used something similar to this. So this is one side and the other. So you would cut this in half at 3 inches. And then you'd take one of them and cut it in half again this way. So you'd have 2 3-inch squares. And then you'll have this longer 3-inch piece that I cut into 3-inch strips. I mean, 1.5. So 2 of the 1.5-inch strips to come up with that. I'm trying to find I had a little square here somewhere. I can find it in my pack. I thought I did. Oh, there's a square. So they would get a square, and then they would pick up another piece of paper that had, so it would have that on the back. So they're supposed to use the 1 sheet of paper. And now what I've done is I've done that again, but you could actually mix and match the papers. But I want to show you, I had done 2 cards with you guys the other night. I got 2 more done, and I had the materials cut out to do a couple more. I've got 1, 2, yeah, I had the materials cut out to do 3 more, so I'm going to show you those other 3 that I did. using the same basic idea with the square and the long piece. And for the most part, that was all we needed for our designer paper. I brought in a couple extra pieces of scrap to do this one. And you'll get scrap because sometimes you won't use everything. This did use up the whole piece of paper, plus a tiny bit down here of another piece. So there's your square, and there's your back. So the back of this piece is this golden color. And then I cut off, because this was 6 inches long, I cut off 2 half-inch strips. I used one here, cut in half again, to put this little tab, and then the other piece, half-inch strip, was here for my sentiment. And then I used that punch. So we did this one on the video, my last video, and we did this one on the last video. Again, pretty much the only thing extra I brought in addition to that paper and my cardstock, was this extra piece of Very Vanilla to make the sentiment, an extra piece of the Cajun Craze for the background. Then again, too, I'm putting in some, trying to mix up, instead of just using this Lost Lagoon every time. This is a new Calypso Coral ribbon, and then this is our linen thread. This will be coming out in that new catalog next week. All right, and then here's the inside of this one. I did it a little different. Did I show the inside of this one? There we go. Just kind of keeping that sweet and simple. All right, and the other cards, this was the next one. Again, this one was pretty basic, pretty simple. I did stamp on the background a little bit with the same color, the Lost Lagoon color. Use that little flower. Did some tone on tone. And this time, instead of having little tabs, like I did tabs here and tabs here, this time I just put a strip, because I turned it, well, this was the second one. I turned this direction. And then I did my stamping a little bit different that time too. I used a sponge dauber to, let me pull this out so I can show you, to change the way I ink my stamp. So I sponged this part of the stamp with the, I think I used Pretty Peacock down here, and I only got, I went ahead the first time, I think I did everything, because I wasn't sure how much I was going to fit on my card, but I did get some of the leaves on there. And then here, I used the Cajun, was it Cajun Craze? No, Crushed Curry, the golden color, here and here. I did it over the whole flower, and then I went on the edges of the flowers, I used Calypso Coral. So I stamped it once here. I think I did a stamp off right here with this. And then I stamped this one again here. And then a stamp off one of that one. So I didn't have to re-ink it every time. But that's all I did with that. And then I took the Pool Party and used that neat little accent piece right here and went around it with the Pool Party. So that's another one that was done using the same basic idea for a card. There's the inside of that one. So you can do so much with the same basic layout and get just so different looks. So this one's really the only one that, I mean, it's sort of the same basic layout, but I did add some stuff up here. So when you open it like this, it does look like the same basic layout. Okay, so those are all. Then the next one I did another one that was landscape. Again, same basic design, but I did not overlap this onto this. See, the rest of them, I've overlapped that strip of paper just a little bit, one way or the other. And this one, I kept them separate. And I used 3 of the little X's. I did bring in some extra paper, so I'd have enough paper to do my little X's. And then the other one was right here, the little flower star-shaped one. And then these little gold gems are on here. And then there's where I folded my little tabs from the leftover piece strip here. And then for the inside, I did the inside a little different. I'm running a little bit low on my Very Vanilla paper, so I decided instead of using the standard 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, I just cut it down a little bit. I think I made it 2 3/4 by 4. Anyway, so, and then I brought in a couple of the little leftover pieces of paper and also stamped these edges right here since I didn't fill it in with the card. So there's that one. I did that one last night. And then this next one, I brought in something from one of the paper pumpkins because I just thought it was really cute. I loved this welcome home set with the paper pumpkin. And so I liked that little pot that was there, and using that smaller flower on this stamp set, this one right here. I did that same concept where I did the stems separate, and then the background was in that, what did I say it was called? Crushed curry. And then did the tips of it in the Calypso Coral. Go to my Calypso Coral little pot here. I even put the little outline a little bit in the Calypso Coral. The dots are splatter dots from the blender brushes. So I splattered it there. I also splattered the inside and stamped some more of the other flower on this. And made that one a little thank you note. So most of these, so not the thank you, not the birthday, but these that are just like just a note, these will be going to the nursing home. So I'm trying to get my supply up for that, but there's several more to add to that. And to the kit that I've been working on with this, and I'm working on those some more this weekend to try to get some more of these ready to take to the nursing home, hopefully this week. So I wanted to share those with you. And then I think I did an unboxing video on my Facebook page. If you want to find me on Facebook, it's Kim's Creations with a K. KIM''S KREATIONS. I left the S off here, sorry. And the and sign, Card Ministry. Kim's Creations and Card Ministry. That's the name of my site on Facebook. And I believe I did a Facebook Live the other day where I unboxed this newest paper pumpkin. And I wanted to go ahead and get started using it. So again, I'm trying to get cards together to take to the nursing home. So I thought we would play with that a little bit tonight before I have to go to bed. And so I need to go ahead and get started on that. Let me move this out of my way. Hang on. Let's get that one out of the way. And I'm going to set this aside. If y'all have any questions about these cards, just let me know. If you're interested in a card kit to do something like this, I can certainly make one up for you and let you know what your cost would be. I can send you anything except for stamped images. I can punch stuff. I can die cut stuff. I can send you embellishments. I can send you ribbon. I can send you cardstock that's already cut, paper that's already cut, but I cannot send you stamped images. So if you're wanting a certain stamped image, you would need to purchase that either from, if you already have a demonstrator you use, or if you're already a demonstrator, or if you don't have a demonstrator, I would be glad to help you with that. I would love to be able to do that because I need some more customers so that I can continue to give cards to people and spread joy and love. And because that's what I like to do. I just give my cards, give most of them away, and take them to places where people may not get visitors or have anybody ever talk to them or anything. So that's kind of the mission of my little business. I'll do business in quotes there. All right, so the paper pumpkin that I did an unboxing for the other night is the August Paper Pumpkin Meaningful Flowers. These are the 2 cards that the kit gives you the materials to make 4 of each of these cards, and they have these pretty envelopes that go with them as well. I haven't done anything from the kit yet. All I did was look at it. I take that back. I did go stamp all the images so we could see what they look like. It helps me to have it stamped in here in front of me when I'm working so I can figure out what I want to use on my cards. Excuse me a minute, I need a sip of water. But I really hadn't put much time into deciding what I want to do with anything yet. So that's getting ready to happen. I'm going to kind of do a card or 2 on the fly. And so let me get my box over here. Get the welcome in sitting on top of it. Meaningful flowers. So I think what I'm going to do, I've done this before, maybe pull out everything I need to make one of the cards. And then go from there, but do something different. I'm thinking I might do that. Okay. So here's my twine and my tape and dimensionals and little doodads. Okay, so this card up here has a card base that looks like this, and it's got this on the back that tells us about the forget-me-not flower. It has one of those punched out flowers in here somewhere. There it is. That was used on that card. One of these little punched out guys. And y'all, I will hang on to this when I'm through punching everything out, because sometimes I'll actually use that piece to make something with also. So I'm going to hang on to that. And we used some thread and tape and embellishments. Those are the little embellishments. That's all they used on that kit card, but you do have an envelope to go with it. So let me find the envelope to go. Here's the envelope that goes with that. Look at that right there. Isn't that pretty? And then the inside has design all inside of it. I'm going to cut this envelope down. I know that already. All right, the other card. So the card base, I'll try to get it open with one hand. It's not wanting to cooperate. The card base does like this. This is Orchid Oasis, and then again it has the lotus flower. It tells you about lotus flower on the back. Here's the envelope on this one. It's got this cute right here, and then this one just, it looks like pond with lily pads on it, the envelope. I don't know that I'm gonna cut that one. It comes with this piece of vellum right here, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. Most people are saying it was too dark to do anything with. Here is like a background piece, which I'll probably cut in some way or fashion. What else? Oh, I need one of these punched out somewhere. There is one right there. There we go. Lily pad. And I think that was everything. I think. All right. Yep, I believe so. So that's everything, with the exception of like the gems and the twine. That's everything you need to make one card of each design. There, and then of course they used ink. They did some stamping on both of them, and I think that's it. Now, keep in mind, I have other stamps. So the stamps, it came with a double stamp set. So one of the stamp sets had 1, 2, 3. these 3 stamps right here. These 2 flowers that are beautiful. And this little odd, just a stem of some sort maybe was there. And then here I stamped one of those over here in yellow also. So there's, and then the main set has 5 pieces. It's got the lily pad. It's got this flowers with the leaves, and those are open lines, so you would need to color them in if you want them to be filled in. It's got this, you rise above the rest, you are capable of amazing things, your friendship is unforgettable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the lily pad is 5. So those are the stamp sets. And I have all of those put on blocks already. I've got them all ready to go. So sentiment, that's that stem looking thing. This is one of the flowers. There's another sentiment that I cannot read it. You rise, whatever that one said. You rise above the rest. This one I think is your friendship is unforgettable. Okay, there's the lily pad. This one is something about the amazing. You are capable of amazing things. And here's the flower and the other that other flower, the big flower, and then the design flower. Okay, so that's what we have. Colors. What colors does it tell me coordinates with this? I think I brought all the colors over here in cardstock. Coordinating colors are Bubble Bath, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Melon Mambo, that's like one of my very favorites, Misty Moonlight, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, and Tahitian Tide. And I believe I have them right here. Let's see. Because I wasn't sure what I'm going to do because I had not opened up the box yet. All right, so Bubble Bath is the new pink that's kind of a pale pink. It's this one. And so this is Bubble Bath. And then we have Crushed Curry, which is this one. Garden Green. I believe I had that too. Did I bring Garden Green? Don't tell me I didn't bring Garden Green over. I didn't bring it over. I'll have to go get it. Melon Mambo. I think it's because I maybe used it on something, on a card last night. Melon Mambo. Misty Moonlight. It's kind of like this reminds me of like an old-fashioned blue, but like a denim blue kind of. Orchid Oasis. And it has like a hint of purplish in it. Tahitian Tide, and then what I say, I'm missing Garden Green. Let me go grab a Garden Green. Garden Green. Here it is. It's even, the package is new, but it's open, so that's good. I didn't have to open it. Hey, Brody. Little dog, when I get up, he thinks I'm getting ready to go do something. All right, so Garden Green came after, it came right here. So there's our colors. It's our color palette. So I'll have to decide what I'm going to work on. Let's see. I'll make sure I'm in the camera. Yep. Okay. Now, I don't know that I would use that as a card base, really, unless I did tone on tone. I could put this on top of this, like maybe run this through a embossing folder, possibly. That's actually probably a really good idea. I'm probably going to cut this down. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with that. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this. I almost feel like they can go on cards by themselves because I can pretty much stamp those images as well. I mean, I don't know that I'd want any more paper with it's just, I'm not fond of it. So I'd probably just keep it and use it as the envelope. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. This I'm definitely cutting. This I'm definitely cutting. So I think I'll start with that. I'll cut some stuff. Excuse me. I am so dry. Now, if I can preserve that little flower on the front, I'm going to. But we'll just have to see how that goes. All right. I'm going to get this in here and move those stamps over a little bit so I can push this up as far as possible. I'm covering up my name and everything, but we just need to take off like barely 1/8 of an inch off of here to slice open that edge. Like so. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And I flip it over to do this side because if I don't, I've got to do it like this. Get this out of here. And that's good because now I can see and make sure I'm not cutting off my flower. But again, it's about 1/8 of an inch. Not quite. It's close to it though. Paper moved just a little bit, but I think it's okay. These pieces I will not keep. Yeah, I do keep scraps, but no, I will not keep that. All right, so I'm going to open this up and see what I've got here. Because, all right, so this goes down here is green. I could cut this right here so I can preserve this. And I think I'm going to do that. Cut it right about here. Let's see. Maybe it can go up just a touch. Trying to see the difference in my space, so the space from to the top of my flower and the, okay, that's probably about right. About right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here across the where that fold line is. And again, that should preserve this little thing right here. I want to keep that. I might try to keep these little flower pieces. I could actually use them. Sometimes you can play with it and get it to come apart. But I don't know if I want to put the time into it. I'll probably just slice it at that spot. And the main reason I'm keeping them is because this could go like the inside of a card, just to decorate it a little bit. And you've got the pretty little flower. I don't know why that did not cut through. Let's stick it on here again. I'm not sure what I did to keep it from cutting through, but try again. That was better. All right. And do the other side. Right. Just like trying to barely cut that off. So those would be really cute on the insides. I'm trying to see if this is one I want to come off yet or not. So you can see how it's kind of pulling away right there, but it's not coming off yet. So I'm going to set these aside. Like I said, I think they'd be really cute on the inside of a card. I may end up cutting that off right there. As a matter of fact, I'll probably just go ahead and cut that off. The way that was coming up there. And, yeah, I do the same thing on this one. And I will not keep those little pieces that I just cut off either. All right, so this piece of green can be used for something. That's not cut very well. I'm going to do that again. And sometimes with these pieces, you're just playing with it to get something, you know, a look, you know. This will probably just be a background for something, or even half of it. I may cut it in half. But this could be a background. You could put a piece of white cardstock on it and stamp one of those little flowers, or you could use one of the cutouts on top of it. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one in half as well. It's a little bit harder to do this one for some reason. I don't know. That looks like I lined it up pretty good though. I'm going to go back now. I'm going to cut some. I'll cut just tiny bits off of the edges of these to make them look a little bit cleaner, I guess, a cleaner cut instead, because it had a little bit of white showing. And just so that fold line isn't showing up on that, I'm going to cut that off a little tiny bit too. I'm cutting off like 1/16 of an inch, just tiny amounts. It's not even 1/8 of an inch, and I am not keeping that. I mean, I could, but I'm not. I'm not quite that much of a need. I'm going to cut this piece kind of in half too. Not sure about the words, what I want to do with them. If I want to do anything with them, I might actually end up using this for something. And I could also use this yellow piece for something. Either side of it. Both sides are yellow. So I'm going to have that cut up. It seems like there was something else to cut. Oh, yeah. I got this and this. All right, I'm going to cut this piece in half. A lot of pieces to work with here. So I'm going to cut this in half, right? I'm going to go ahead and cut on the inside of that fold line, so I'm not really worrying about the fold line on this piece. And then I'm going to cut that fold line off on this one as well. Just throw that little piece away. Okay, and then again, I'm going to cut off the words. That's just white on the back. I'm going to cut off the words about the lotus flower. I may or may not use it. But I'm going to have, but I can use this piece for something. All right, so here's what we have. Oh, not real sure what I'm going to do with this. I might cut this and cut this. I might cut it. If I cut it in half, let's see, what is it? If I cut it in half this way. So it's 5 1/4, so it's going to be 2 5/8. So if I cut it in half, I'd be cutting it right here, and I'd have just that little bit of the lily pads. But the other thing that I was thinking, considering cutting it in half, was 2 inches this way. And if I do that, I'll get most of that lily pad, not all of it, but some of that flower. But I could put one of these other flowers on this other side. I could add some flowers and have it go long ways. So that's a thought. Actually, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. It's 4, so I'm going to cut it down to 2. And I'm probably going to do something with it like that. Okay, so I got those 2 pieces, and I got these, and I got this. And I could cut that in half too, actually. And I may. We'll see. All right, let me get my sip of water. Goodness. And then I have all my cardstock over here for my card bases. So, you know, I've got a lot to work with here. I do love blue and yellow. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. I kind of lay out everything. I'm doing it a little bit different this time than I usually do. I want to cut that off right there. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that little flower somewhere. I mean, it might be on the inside of a card. I don't know, but I'm going to use it somewhere. Okay, and then I'll use this side somewhere too. Okay. Some scrap there. And I have this piece. It's pretty. I might cut that one in half. I'm going to just check my camera for a minute, make sure we're still good. All right. I just need to be careful about going off down here at the bottom. Okay. So this is kind of what I have to work with right here without stamping anything. This is stuff that I have. It does not involve stamping anything. And then I have this piece and this, and I have these lily pad pieces, and this. Where's the other flower? Is it on the back of what? Maybe it's on the back of that one. Ah, there it is. There's those two. That one's just white on the back, so don't really. But this one, I could actually use that. We'll have to see. Let's see what I can do without those pieces for now. All right. I do like this a lot. Something like this on this one. Okay. I'm just thinking. I got my brain thinking about what I want to do. Now my brain's working about what it wants to do. Oh gosh, I just thought of something. Oh, just thought of something really a good idea, especially with this piece right here. Okay. All right, let's see what colors I want to work with here. Okay, I like this with this. This looks pretty on here. So I'll keep that in mind for that one. I really don't know that I'm gonna need this, like I said, unless I do an embossed piece and do a tone on tone. So I'm gonna set that one aside. I don't know if I like the Misty Moonlight that much. Although I could use this blue and this yellow and stamp in that blue. That's a thought. Or does this look good on Misty? No, that doesn't look good on Misty. Trying to see if this looks good on one of these. On Tahitian. Okay. Not sure about Misty Moonlight. Not sure. All right, here's my melon mambo. So this is where I'm thinking about this a little bit. Some green. Pretty much just this piece. Okay. I know I want melon. I know I want, whoops, Tahitian Tide. Okay. Just dropped everything else. Okay. Oh yeah, this pink, the bubble bath pink will probably be pretty with this also. Let's see. That would be pretty with that one too. Although I'm all about the brights, but to make one different, I would use that. I could also stamp this one. If I stamp some of these other flowers like this one, and see that's done in bubble bath, and then I could use this bubble bath also. Tell you what else looks pretty on this is this. This orchid looks really pretty on that. I'm gonna take a piece of that. Huh. Not sure about the crushed curry. I mean, I guess that would be okay, but I like that so much better on the Tahitian Tide, or even I might like it better on the garden green. This one maybe, I don't know, not sure about that color either. Okay, I think these are my favorites. I've got an idea for another one of these. I'm going to do it next time. Right now, I'm going to do two different things with this card. And then later, I'm going to use both of these pieces in one card. But for now, all right, let me cut some paper down here. I'm just going to kind of go with standard card bases for now. 5.5 by 4 1/4, 5.5. Cut them in half at 5.5. Score at 4 1/4. Or I could cut them in half long ways. That's an option as well. Let me see. If I might want to make maybe that one. That's a possibility. I'll do this one. I'll cut it at 4 1/4 and score it at 5.5. Score this one at 5.5. I'll set that piece aside for now. All right, this one at 5.5. And score at 4 1/4. And then, of course, you could always use white as well. I'm definitely going to do at least one card tone on tone with this. And I would take this one and I would emboss it, dry emboss it, and then lay it on top of another of the same color. I would probably cut it a little bit smaller than that. Just so you could kind of see the difference a little bit. But I think right now I want to cut this in half. So this is not quite, it was probably because I had to cut something off. So 5.5, so half of 5 is 2.5, and another half is 1/4, but it wasn't quite that much. I'm going to do it right, just shy of the 1/4. It'll be almost in half. It'll be close. I lost my scoring blade. That's okay. Alrighty. So let's see. Got a couple of card bases here to work with. At least get a few things going here. And there, like I said, there's so many nice sentiments in here. Just if I'm sending these to a nursing home, they're not my friends, so I don't want to put your friendships unforgettable. I don't know that I want you rise above the rest. I could put you are capable of amazing things. I could put that maybe on the inside and then maybe put something else on the outside, like just to know or thinking of you. Or there's something like an enjoy your day that I used a lot. Let's see. Enjoy your day. is some that I've used. Hello, I've just used hellos. In different sizes and shapes and fashions. Just a note. Yeah, I could just do hellos or just a note or enjoy your day or thinking of you, something like that. And then I might put that you are capable of amazing things on the inside so that I'm using that set. Okay, I want to see. This might kind of work. Cut that down a little bit. I think I'm going to do something with that, but I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with it. I kind of want to emboss something on top of this one, but I was looking at just doing this. I might could stamp something in the background on that one. I don't think I like these colors together, so I'm not going to use that. But I think I'm going to do this. So I know I'm moving some stuff off screen. I kind of have to move some stuff off to get it out of my way while I'm thinking here. Oh yeah, I was thinking about using this one. Again, I don't like that on it though. I would want to use something though. I don't know what this one looks like. No, I might have to pull something else in for this. I might could use this. This still looks better on the orchid color. I have to stamp it on another flower for that one. I'm going to put that there. All right, let's get out. You know what? I could use yellow, but that looks more like daffodil or lemon lolly. Yeah. Oh, I might have to get a marker to that. It looks like there's like a, right when I punched it out, it pulled. Well, I can push it back down. But like it left a, it was like pulling up and you could see the white. Okay, I'm going to go over here, get a piece of yellow. We'll grab the lemon lolly and the daffodil. Let's see what we got going here. There's lemon lolly and daffodil. Lots of daffodil. Lots of daffodil. It's funny when you're looking at these colors, unless you have them right next to each other, sometimes you don't realize how different they are. So like that's lemon lolly, that's daffodil, and this is crushed curry. So this is definitely more like goldenrod color, like a great fall color. So which one of these yellows? There's not a whole lot of contrast there. But I'm thinking it really goes better with that yellow. What's the yellow in this, though? That looks like that works. I still think I probably like this better on top of that orchid over there. So I'm going to do that. All right, let me cut this one. Let me see. Try to see what size I want to cut it. Okay. I'll just cut it the regular. eyeballs working. Oh, I didn't mean to cut that, but that's okay. I might do that after anyway, because here's where I could use the green. I shouldn't have cut that, but that's okay. Let's try this now. 5.5. All right, Kim, score this time. Put that in there. Set this at 4 1/4 and score. In which case, that's going to have to be cut just a little bit down. Instead of 5.5, it needs to be 5 1/4. By 4. And who knows, I might use these little 1/4 inch strips. I'm going to hang on to them just in case I do. Bone folder to crease that out a little bit. So I think I'm going to like this better like this anyway. Yep. I think I'll carry it up to the edge like that though. And do that. Okay. And I'll do the same thing here. Okay, and let's just slide all the rest of this out of the way for a minute. Oh, I might need that for something. Okay. Still, this stuff I'm undecided about. Okay, so if you want to help me out, I'm keeping my mission to bless as many people as possible with cards. The best way you can do that right now, the easiest thing you can do, is go subscribe to my channel. I need to get 50 subscribers so I can do lives. I think that once people start doing live videos, they get more people, they attract more people, because in the stamping world, people like to watch the lives. They want to see what's going on. And a lot of the live demonstrators, they will give out prizes while you're watching their lives. And that's something that I do plan to do. I don't know if I want to, I might square this off just to make it a little bit easier to put down on my paper. And it would have a little bit piece left over here. So it would really mean a lot to me if you all would go and subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel. If you want to go find me on Facebook, you can do that and like that page and follow me there. And also, trying to decide if I want to stamp lily pads or flowers. I think I'm going to do the lily pads. And then if you want to purchase anything, or if you live near me, you can just come and help me make cards for one of my groups that I'm making cards for. I want to do some cards for the veterans. I'm doing the nursing home. I've got a Meals on Wheels project and senior center. And there was something else that I was going to do. What was it? Oh, the cancer center. I was thinking about taking some cards up there too. So that's a lot of projects to do between now and the end of the year. So if anybody wants to help me with that, that would be wonderful. I need Melon Mambo ink. So I'm going to do tone on tone and stamp some of these lily pads onto here. I think I'm going to get my little pad here. Since I'm using these photopolymer stamps, it helps to use a spongy mat of some sort. And Stampin' Up! Sells this one. If you have a mouse pad or something, you could use that. I had a mouse pad in here. Now I don't know what happened to it, but I use my mouse pad a lot. But anyway, if you want to place an order and get one of my card kits, you would need to buy at least $35 worth of product before shipping and handling. And when you go on to StampinUp.com, you'll find me. Use me as your demonstrator. You'll have to type in my name, Kimberly O'Brien, Kimberly O'Brien. So you'll find me that way. And once you find me, then you can go shop. And then when you get through shopping, before you check out, if you have that less than $150 before shipping and taxes, there's a spot there that'll say, do you have a host code you'd like to use? And you'd say, sure, I'll use a host code. And that would be this RSSNZZZT is the host code. And what would happen was I would get some rewards to get free products. So if you order $50 and 2 other people order $50, those 3 rewards add up to $150, which is what I have to have in order to get rewards for free products. You have to have at least $150, which is why I said if you're going to spend $150, though, you're going to want those rewards for you, and so you won't use my host code. But if you're spending less than $150, please use my host code. Does that make any sense? If you're not sure, just let me know, and we'll get that figured all out. But it's a way that I can get additional product for a little cost if I have your rewards to do that. Of course, if you want to just order product and send it to me, you can just do that too. I won't object. Let me do one right here. But it's just, you know, well, like I'm starting to run low on basic white. I'm starting to run low on my vanilla. There's marker. I got markers that need to be replaced because the ink is starting to go. So just things like that to keep me to keep my supplies going, and to, you know, maybe every once in a while get a few new items so we can, you know, stay with the times and the trends and whatnot. But mostly to replenish my product. So yeah, that adds something, and without adding a whole lot. I wonder if they look more like pizzas than they do lily pads, though. Don't know. Let me get a sentiment to stamp. They gave me the linen thread. Just trying to see what I can use these little looking like little water dots there. Also, if you're just going to order like about $35-$45, and you use my host code there, I'll send you a card kit. You'll have the cards to make the stuff to make 4 cards. There'll be 2 kits, 2 cards, 2 of each card, so 4 cards total. I'll give you everything in the kit that you need to make the card except for stamping anything. Right now, they're Christmas cards, and they require very little stamping. Really just a sentiment is all you would need from what I can remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a sentiment. So those would be great card kits to get. But if you spend at least $35, you'll get those card kits. And then if you spend $50, you'll also get an additional kind of a bonus gift. So, I'm going to do that card kit, I think, through September. Yeah, I'll do that card kit. I have plenty of that card kit. If I start running out, I'll switch it out. But right now, I have plenty to do 2 of those Christmas cards. And I've actually shown the cards before, so you could see them. If we go back and find another video, I'll have to go look and pull those back up too. I'm sorry, my brain is just tired. I probably need to stop and just go to bed. I don't want to finish at least 1 card. I'd like to finish 2. All right, so I'm just going to kind of keep this simple. Get some glue on this. If I didn't let my glue sit too long earlier, I couldn't find my pen. And I finally got cleaned up stuff enough to go looking for my pen. It was on the floor. But in the meantime, it kind of got clogged up here. Let me see. And a lot of times when it gets clogged up, it'll come out in a big old blob when you first start wringing it out. So okay, good. Don't go right in the middle, in the edge where it makes a blob on the edge. Got a blob in the middle instead. So I can deal with that. Just gonna do this right like so. And I believe I'm going to do, I might just do a hello on this one in the front. So, now what was really cute was sometime back we had one of the paper pumpkins had the frogs. I'm like, we couldn't get the frogs and the lily pads at the same time, huh? But I don't know if they would look, those frogs would look right. Well, so, because one of them was a real cartoony looking frog, the one in the paper pumpkin. And there was one during Celebration with Stampin' Up that was a frog. It looked a little more realistic, but still, I'm not sure if it fits this stamp set. I don't know. I'll have to go look for that one and pull it out. I know the paper pumpkin one's going to be too cutesy. Okay, this is not the hello. This hello's too little. Let me go find one of my bigger hellos. Excuse me a minute while I look for a big hello. Hello, hello. Where are you? I'm not sure which set I got that out of before, but I know it was a current one, so might be actually down there on the floor. That's got some cute stuff in it. I'll leave that one turned. I'm still here, y'all. Just hang on. I like that hello. Let me pull that one. But there's still another one that I'd rather use if I can find it. It's not in there. It's not in there. It's not in there. Okay. And let me look in this set over here. Not that one. Not that one. Although that was a good hello. Nope. Nope. All right. Got one other option. So I did find one here in Irresistible Blooms that I could use. I forgot I had all these stamp sets over here sitting next to me. Let me just look through them real quick. I don't think it had a big hello in it, though. It doesn't. All right, one more place. I got a bunch. I got like three places that I keep stamp sets. And one of them is mostly just sentiments. But I don't remember that big hello being in one of these, but it could be. I like this Wishing You Everything Wonderful. I'm going to pull that out. So I might use that. Yeah, I'm not seeing that big hello. To go figure out where I got it. You know, that might have actually been in a paper pumpkin. Now then, oh, nope, I found it. It's this one right here. I like that hello right there. And I think it'll fit on this lily pad. I think that'll fit on the lily pad. So that's the one I'm going to use. Just seeing what the other one's. Sending hugs is nice. Thinking of you is nice. All right, let's get me a block. Probably the C block for this. Sorry if my head is blocking the view there. And I think this will fit on this pretty well right here on this lily pad. So I'm going to use that. Again, I need to use my stamping, my little pad right here to stamp that on. And trying to decide if that pretty peacock will be dark enough. I think it will. If not, I'll have to go to a plan B. Don't know what plan B is. The other option would be to use something like Pebbled Path. But I really feel like that's probably going to be dark enough. Let's see. I'll stamp it over to the side and give me an idea. Yeah, I think that's going to be dark enough. That's just such a pretty hello. So pretty. So pretty. Hello. And now I want to put this up on dimensionals. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some linen thread somewhere on it too. And probably those little bubbles. And then I got to put something on the inside too. So I don't think I have any paper. I'm going to pull out some dimensionals that are already opened that I'm trying to finish up here. Although there are some in this kit. There's a sheet of the dimensionals here. This whole sheet is dimensionals. And then that's the little, I don't know if you can see them. The little, they look like little water bubble dots. And I'm going to use these. Finish up this one. So this is this Labor Day weekend. I was off work. I was blessed, really, to be off Friday, yesterday. I don't typically work Saturdays and Sundays, so I'm usually off on Saturday and Sundays, so I'm thankful for that. And then I'm off for Labor Day, so I have a 4-day weekend, which is good. I didn't do much of anything Friday. I was just tired, so I rested most of the day Friday. Then in the evening I did take my garbage to the dump, which I needed to do that. And trying to remember else what I got. Well, I cooked dinner for my mom and dad. I just had some stuff in my freezer. I'm like, I'll just cook something for them. It's easy. And so I cooked something for my mom and dad out of my freezer. And I'm real bad when I'm at home about doing things that I need to do that aren't cards. So I took my bills and my budget to work on at my mom and dad's house Friday night because I needed to get my bills paid. And I just did that over there. And I got most of it finished at their house last night. So that was good, or Friday night. And then, see if I got another thing of dimensionals I need to use up. That one almost. I was thinking I had the ends of another one, but I don't see it. And then, so that's really about all I did Friday. And then this morning I picked up my mom kind of early, and we went to another lady's house that makes cards, and took my mom to do that. it's a good opportunity for my mom to get out of the house, and she really loves going and chit-chatting with people that are there. So we did that this morning. We had lunch there and everything, and it was nice. And then after we left there, we went to Cracker Barrel here in town and shopped. We didn't eat because we'd already eaten, but it's just, I like to shop in there. They've got some cute things that you don't really see at other places sometimes. So she and I did a little bit of shopping in the Cracker Barrel. Then I took her home, and then I'm like, okay, we still need to go to the grocery store. So you take a nap. I'm gonna go home and take a nap. I'll come back and get you. We'll go to the grocery store. So I picked her up about 6:15 to take her to the grocery store. And I noticed the grocery store was out of stuff today, which I've been on Saturday evenings before, but this is the first time in a while that they look like they were really out of stuff. Not good. A little bit concerned about food supplies again. I don't know. It might have had something to do with the hurricane. It might have something to do with the economy. I don't know. But hopefully it's not going to be a continued problem and we just hit it on a bad day. That's what I'm hoping. So anyway, so I've been just kind of doing my mom's grocery shopping for her. Either me or when one of my kids comes home, we'll do it together and we'll just get her list from her and go to the grocery store. But she wanted to do it herself. She wanted to get out of the house and do it. It takes a lot longer to do it when she's with me. But, you know, I know she likes getting out. She enjoys getting out. I kind of wish I could put it over further, but I think I'll just do it right there. That's fine. Trying to get my words straight. Doop. There we go. And let's see, I'll put some of this little linen thread on there, and then some little embellishments. And I think, oh, and then I got to do something to the inside, and then that card will be finished. All right. Get some linen thread here. The linen thread is great because it just, it goes with everything, quite honestly. Sometimes I'll double it up, but I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be doubled up for this card. I might not make it teeny tiny bow. I might just make it kind of average size bow. Like about that maybe. Yeah. I wish this kit had glue dots in it. I'm almost out of glue dots. I'm going to have to get some. Frustrating. All right, let's see my snips. Here they are. Yeah, oh, and I need another pair of scissors. So I'd left a pair of scissors at my other friend's house a couple months ago, and I messaged her and said, do you happen to find my scissors? And she did. She had them. And so, okay, I'll get them next time. And then they weren't there anymore. So I don't know what happened to them. But, so now I need another pair, though, because these are getting to where they don't cut the ribbon well anymore. So I'd like to have a new pair to designate for ribbon and just keep these for the other stuff. Paper and whatever else, and save that one for my ribbon. I'll put that right there. This is really pretty. Very simple, just not a lot to it at all. And get some of these bubble thingies. And again, like I said, I just can't stress enough how much it would mean to me if y'all would subscribe to my channel. I mean, I notice I go on here and a lot of people, I mean, it'll have a lot of views. Like some of my videos have lots of views. For me, I feel like 20 something views is a lot. But only of those 20-something views, only like 3 people liked it. I'm sorry it wasn't more likable, but then, you know, if I got that many people viewing, why don't I have more? It seems like those people would, if they're going to watch it, I don't know why they don't subscribe. I need the people that are watching my videos to subscribe, unless I'm just that bad. I mean, I know they last a while. I know they're long. And I'm going to get better at that, but you know, it takes time too. I'm just getting started, and I do want to make them not be so long. But it might take me time to get all that sorted out and figured out. Because it's hard. I mean, you figure out what you want to show people, and you want to do enough to get their interest and get them excited and whatnot. But then you don't want to do so much that they're bored. But you got to do enough that they learn and and it's a good experience for them. So I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think that's enough? How about some how about some Wink Stella on the flowers? Just to kind of get those, especially maybe in the center of these flowers. Oh, who am I kidding? We'll get it everywhere. So it'll stand out from the rest of the card. See if that got it on there pretty good. Yeah, and then let me get this little one up here. We'll give it some wink too. So as I've been sitting here going through these things, these cards and the things that are available, I have some more ideas that are up in my head, but it would require fussy cutting some stuff. It requires some embossing folder stuff. So right now I'm just trying to do some that I don't have to do a lot of extra to, because I can do that off camera and then bring it back and use it on a card later. And so you're not spending a lot of time just to watch me preparing materials. Actually got something I can do with this one that's pretty much prepared. But let me do something on the inside here. Do I have some paper cut? I thought I did. No, that's not big enough. Let me sorry about that, y'all. I'll have to get some white cardstock, not the thick. All right, that's thick. Where's the regular? Where's the regular, Kim? Oh, here it is. All right, get a piece of this and make some insides real quick. So I'm going to try to make this go further. I do this a lot when I'm working on these paper pumpkin kits. So typically your inside card piece would be 5 1/4 by 4, and it would fit just with a little bit of border around your thing. But I'm going to go ahead and cut these at 5 1/2. Five and a half. So you got 2 5 1/2s right here. Trying to think, is 4 what I'm doing? Yeah, by 4. Okay, so I will still do this part by 4. So there'll be a little bit left over on an end. So 4 and 4. And then I'll have this little piece left over that you can do on sentiment or something on. And then I do the same thing here, 4 and 4. And sorry, I don't think you can see the very bottom of my trimmer. I'm sorry about that. Now I'm going to take this piece and cut it in half, and that's going to be 2 insides. So this is 5 1/2. So half of 5 is 2 1/2, and half of half is 1/4. So 2 3/4 is what this would need to be cut at. And then I've got two smaller insides. I'm going to just cut those two for now. And then what I can do is when I put this in here, I could stamp down the edge here. I could put a piece of paper or something down the edge here. For instance, where'd those little pieces go from earlier? My little scrap pieces here. I could put one of these. That's what I think I'll do, actually. So I put this here, and I could put this down the edge here. That would be pretty. Although it's not very long. I don't know if I'll do it or not. But that's what I was thinking I could do. What else do I have? Let's see. What else do I have? Bear with me a minute. I'm gonna figure it out here. I think, I'll wait on that. My brain's just thinking. I believe what I'm gonna do, where's this, is this the smaller one? Yeah. I'll get me a piece of scrap white over here. That one big enough? Oh, that's cream. That's not gonna work. Make sure I get white and not cream. Most of these scraps are just big enough for a sentiment. They're not really a good size for anything else, but I do have a few that will work. I think this one will work. Okay, I am going to do a little bit of fussy cutting on the camera. I'm sorry, y'all forgive me, but I don't think it'll take long. And I'm going to use, the bubble bath ink right here. And so I'm going to stamp it on here. I'll do a practice. Make sure it's showing up good. Make sure I got it inked up really well. I think it will kind of fit. I was trying to see if I can get two stamped on here. Do one later. Do one for later. Stamp. Hopefully that should be dark enough. What would be cool, actually, let me see if I've got one of these that'll work. Not that one. Nice yellow. I was thinking I had something. That one will work. Get my Melon Mambo over here. Try this. Let's try something here. All right, we'll go on here again with the bubble bath. And then I'm going to get this Melon Mambo. And I'm going to get some spots like that. See what happens. Huffing on it just a little bit. Sorry if my head was in the way. There, that's a little more color. That'll work for me. I'll keep that bubble bath one though. I'll probably use it still. Let me close my inks so I don't have an ink accident. And then I'm gonna cut this one out. So this is what we call fussy cutting. When you don't have a die cut or a punch for a stamp, and you want to cut it out, then you have to like fussy, what they call fussy cut. So this is being fussy cut. It's really, I mean, when you look at it, it's not terrible to cut. It's just in and out and in and out. Straight edges for the most part, but you just gotta maneuver in and out a few times. So it's not terrible. It is a little bit more time consuming than a die cut. But sometimes I just don't want to mess with getting out die cuts. I'm like, I can just cut it by the time I get it out and set up. And, well, I mean, I keep it set up, but then I got to worry about getting the die out and put the die back. Because if I don't, I'll forget where it goes. Or worse yet, I'll lose it. And I don't know. I do love my dies, but the way I like to do dies is to go die cut a whole bunch of things at one time, like of the same thing. So like, okay, so say this flower did have a die cut, and I know I'm going to make a bunch using this flower because I love the flower so much. You know, it's a really pretty flower. Actually, there's one in an old paper pumpkin kit that I really love. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to die cut a whole bunch of these in different colors. And you just go ahead and stamp a whole bunch and cut them all out at the same time. That's how I kind of prefer to do die cuts. But a lot of times it doesn't work out that way because I end up just making 1 or 2 cards. And so, and then I like sit there and my dies don't get put back where they go. Of course, that's my fault, but yeah, I do that. And I'm like, okay, y'all, what set does this go with? I have to ask other people, do y'all know what set this goes with? Because I got to put it back in a box and I can't figure it out. But anyway, that's better than losing them though. Sometimes well, I've thought I've lost a few. I did lose one itty bitty one that went with one of the paper pumpkins. They, every once in a while, will have die cuts with theirs. I lost this itty bitty leaf, and I'm so sad that I lost that itty bitty leaf. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside, and then I'm going to lay this on the edge like that. I think that's pretty. I could put a lily pad behind it, and it would still hang off a little bit. I might do that and put a lily pad and use, this time I'm not going to use the pink like I used here. I'm going to use that peacock. There's the lily pad. I was trying to find it. What'd I do with it? Here we go. So let's get my lily pad. And ink is here. I think I'm through with the pinks. For now, anyway. Just get them out of my way. And let's set this here. I don't know if this lily pad's supposed to go a certain way. I really have no clue how it goes. But anyway, I'm all set my lily pad. All right. Here. There we go. And to get my little flower, and it will get glued on right there, so it'll still hang off a little bit. Let me put my sentiment. I'm going to use that. You are capable. Maybe. I don't know. What was that other one I said I liked a lot? Everything. Wishing you everything wonderful. That's what I like. I really like that sentiment. I'm going to use it. This comes out of Charming Sentiments. It's in the annual catalog. This one's Lisa Curcio's $1 Million set, I believe. Wishing you everything wonderful. Here we go. And I think I'm going to use the, since it's in a pink card, I think I'm going to use the green, the peacock for the words. Let's check my words over here. They seem to be stamping fine. And I'm going to put this, hopefully I can see it okay. And it doesn't get terribly crooked. That's the thing when I'm not like getting right on top of it, but then I block the camera when I do that. So that's pretty straight. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. All right, and then we'll go ahead and glue this in our card. And I'm going to take it off that way just a little bit so that when I put the flower, see, it's going to hang off the edge off a little bit that direction. So it won't matter if the card's a tiny bit off center. There. Okay, let's glue this down. My glue to come out again. Come on. I don't know where I put my needle again. I'm constantly losing that little needle. Where's my needle? Oh, there it is. It's up there. Okay, so my goal after this, I'm going to do a handful of these cards, and then the plan is to go back and finish up some other things. But I'm going to go ahead and do a handful of these because I do want to put some of these in with the ones that I'm taking to the nursing home. So I'll have a variety of cards to take over there. And but I want to go back and finish some things that I have started. And then every once in a while, I'll squeeze in another Christmas card or something else. So I'm going to, when I finish doing the handful of these, then I'm going to go finish the birthday kit book. The book where you keep up with all the birthdays. And I've probably still got some cards I need to finish for that kit. And I never really put the book together. Got that coming out, some glue there. Yuck. If I can get it on there, off of there. And so, yeah, I'll be doing, be finishing that up. I've got some other cards that I had started, like for classes, and then I had leftovers, and I need to just go ahead and put all those cards together because, again, I can give them away, and I need to get them, you know, they're partly done. There's stuff already cut out. I might as well use them, right? So I'm going to try. I mean, I have a whole table over here with little boxes of stuff. I mean, there's a lot to be done. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm just starting to get those done. All right, there's one card. And then the next card is going to be on here. I've already got some tear and tape opened, so I'm going to use this tear and tape that I've already opened. It's this, well, this is more narrow, really, but it doesn't matter. I don't think I need to be concerned about how narrow it is, quite honestly. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to put it up the side here. I need something dark to work on. I guess I'll just work on this. This is going to go on here at some point. Okay. As close to the edge as I can. I am going to stick it, though, so I don't have to, I don't want to use any more than I need to. This is going to go this way. And then I think I'll do kind of a piece going at an angle right here with, try not to interfere in the card too much. That leaves me, well, it's not a very big opening. I might ought to take that down just a little bit. I'm going to take it off a little tiny bit because I feel like I want at least 2 inches. I need to get that piece of adhesive off of there. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking I've got about 2 inches. If I can get that glue booger off. Come on. It just wants to keep coming, I think. Let's see. I'm going to use my little adhesive remover. They used to sell these at Stampin' Up. It's just an adhesive remover. I think you can get them at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, actually. Just when it gets real goopy, just cut it. You need to cut it down, though, so you don't get anything dirty. Old adhesive that's dirty onto your card. I want to measure how much space I have to work with there between the adhesive. So I've got like 2 1/8 inches. So I can make something that's 2 inches. That'll work. That will work. Yeah. So this is going to go on the yellow piece. I'll probably just put it like right there in the middle. Yep, I think that'll work. Okay, so we're going to start with that. If you have a take your pick tool, let's see if I can figure out what I did with mine. There it is. If you use your take your pick tool, it's easy to get the adhesive off with it. So I'm going to use that. There. You just want to kind of make sure it's down good before you got to peel it off. I might put a little piece of glue right there to make sure that stays down. Come on. All right. I was going to put glue somewhere right here. Actually, I might put some on these other leaves too. Just, I'm afraid if I let them stay up, they're just gonna get bent up a lot and get kind of shreddy looking. There's still gonna be a few up here that won't be glued down. This one and these over here. So good, get that on my finger already. And I can leave a little tiny border around the edges there. And I believe I said I had 2 inches to work with. So my little, I probably should have stuck my fingers or something in there. A little pocket space. Where's my bone folder? I'm gonna do this. Stick that in there, kind of keep that open for a little bit. I'm gonna leave that in there for a little bit while I'm working. All right. Now, so what color a piece I want to use. I'll probably just use a piece of white. Oh, I better close this up. All right, get me a piece of white scrap here. This one might do. This one should, that one should do. It's too wide. I gotta cut it down to 2. Starting to get stuffy in here. I need to get this card finished up so I don't start burning up, because it's a little warm. It's a little bit warm. All right, so let's see. I don't know about the length. I'm just going to check my length here. And actually, I might want to cut it just a tiny bit less wide. I actually did it like 2 1/16. I should probably stick to 2. Or maybe even a smidge less than 2. I go a smidge less than 2. I'll just have to make it work and hope it works. If it doesn't work, I'll do plan B, which I don't know what that is yet, but you know, I'll come up with one. Have to come up with a plan B, which I can do that. I can find a plan B. Alrighty, so I'm going to bring in this little guy that's already cut out. Yes, he's going to fit on there. And let's see if this goes in a little bit better since I trimmed it down a little bit. Yeah. So I want him to be peeking out from behind here. So he's going to go up kind of high. He needs to be up there. He or she. Do I want him this way? And have a little hand showing maybe. Be waving. I think I could do that. All right. So I have to make sure the tail stays in. So I'm going to put it up there. So the tip of the head's only going to be about 1/4 inch in. But let's do, got to get some, okay, what the blue, that blue was. Orchid or Misty or Tahitian. Probably Tahitian Tide. Let me get the Tahitian Tide. I'm going to put a little bit about that behind him here. Use this. So I'm just taking my edges into my ink pad to give them like a little bit dark of an outline. And it helps it show up nicely against the, whoops, that was more than I wanted. That might go on the bottom. Actually, though, it probably won't look bad. Let that dry for a second. I'll get some garden green here. And I'm going to use, I know this seems kind of funny, but this thing right here, when you stamp it, it looks like that. I'm going to stamp some of that on here. They kind of look like those leaves, don't they? Let me see if I'm okay with that being at the top. I think I am, actually. That's okay. That'll work. So these little things are going to be down here at the bottom, behind him, sort of, and on the bottom. And they can be different heights and different shades. Doesn't really matter. That third stamp doesn't really show very well, so I might not be using a third one anymore. Get that to go where I want it to go, right there. There we go. So he's going to be hanging out in the grasses. And I kind of think I want to put something like a sentiment down here. Where did... Put my scrap pieces over here. Come here, scraps. Let's see what I got here. I need like a little pull tab kind of a thing. I'm trying to decide what I could use for that. I might just get a piece of cardstock. Scrap. And my pull tab. Which was the one I cut that I didn't mean to cut? It was the yellow, wasn't it? I could do that. So I should have a piece of yellow that's been cut and it's too big. This one. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to cut this little strip at 3/8 of an inch. And let's cut this in half at like, it's probably still too much. Probably still more than I need. I cut it at 2 1/8. Oh, I know what somebody did. That's what I should do. That punch go. This one. Ooh, I need to put that stamp back where it goes. Let's see. Need a little post-it note to hold this in place. So we're going to get this one done, finish up this card, and then we'll come back and do some more. Or show you some more another day. But I want to get this one at least finished. I was like, kind of just had it in my brain. I wasn't really 100% sure what I was doing, but just had an idea what I was doing. Trying to get that lined up correctly. All right, fingers crossed. I think that got it. I hope it did. There's still a little piece right there, but that's okay. I can trim that off, I think. On both sides, really. Just because that was a little bit more wide. Probably should have just done it a 1/2 inch instead of 3/8. I mean, what did I do? A quarter of an inch? How did I do? It wasn't a 1/2 inch. It was 3/8. I should have just done a 1/4 of an inch instead of 3/8, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. Make it a little bit easier to fold here. We'll fold this in half like that. And I'm going to put some glue on it. And I'm going to put it up at the top, maybe in the corner. As we're going to pull, to be able to pull it out. I think I'll set it right there. So, I need to put some glue. Some glue on it. Put a piece of glue on it right here, on the close to the edge. Fold that down. Fold it down. Use that. actually. I could probably put a little piece of twine or something in that too when I think about it. Now, I think up here, I'm going to pop his little head up, but not the body. I think I'm just going to glue the body because if I put too much popped up, it won't fit down into the little envelope. So this is the first thing I've made like this. So sometimes it's just a guessing game and just trying to figure stuff out. So that's kind of where I am right now. All right. Oh, there's those dimensionals. This is the one that's not finished yet. Okay. So I can get a couple here on the back of his head. And do a couple of the little bitty ones. Make sure y'all can see on those ears. The tiny dimensionals on his ears. Put one there. Might put one there at the top of the head too. The ear and the ear and the top of the head. Now, did I have? I think I can get one more on the face at the bottom. That was right there. All right. So sometimes it's fun to bring in other products that you have to give some new ideas to these when you want to do a paper pumpkin alternative. I try to do, for the most part, the stuff that's in the kit. But this just, I was working with that little monkey and I had him laying over there. I did a card with him last night for a birthday card for somebody. And it just like dawned on me that he'd be cute in those little grasses. So I pulled him out and just for that really. But otherwise I usually try to just use what's available for the most part from the kit, other than like cardstock and embellishments and stuff like that. I'll smear that down because I don't want a bunch of it squishing out. Get off my finger. My little glue mat thingies down there. Use it. Okay. All right. So. I must have had some sticky on the back of it there. I might put something to make this. I don't want to make this too thick though, because if it's too thick, it'll be hard to get it in and out of the little space there that I have, little envelope space. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I could just stamp something on the back of it. We'll see. All right, we're going to put this little guy up as close to the top as I can get him. Keep him on there. All right, I think that's going to be good. I'll glue him down on the other spots. I still feel like I need to put some words down here. Maybe I'll just put my little hello down here. Maybe a smaller hello, because that other one, that one's pretty big to go right there. Just do a small hello, I think. So I could use one out of these other ones I pulled out. Let's see, what did I do with them? That one's a little bit smaller. That one might work. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. Hello. A little bit smaller hello this time. This one came out of Irresistible Blooms stamp set. And I think I'm going to do it in blue. I think I already had, yeah, I already have that Tahitian tied out. And the other thing is a piece of white scrap again. that's big enough for that. Ooh, that's just, that's kind of pushing it. I don't know. That might not work. Get one a little bit bigger than this. Let's see, what do I have? Well, that's a lot bigger, but I'll go ahead and use it. Okay. Trying to find the stamp that I'm planning on using this for. The punch, actually. I was going to punch it out of something. There we go. Yeah, I might have to cut this down. Use my trimmer here. And that's because I don't want to have to waste some of my paper and let it cut out up there. I just want to cut out something down here. And sometimes I have some strips that are the right width, but I did not have any today. And I think that's going to fit just perfect right there, perfectly. I might put some of the blue on it as well, though, just because it looks really white right there, doesn't it? Like this. There we go. Just to get a smidge of that starkness off of it. There we go. That will work. Hello. All right. So we're just going to glue that flat down. I'm thinking about doing it crooked, but do it. Yeah, just do it straight. There we go. So that's going to go in there. So he's peeking out from behind there, and you pull on this, and I'm wondering if I should stamp something behind that. I kind of feel like I should, but I don't know what I would stamp. I don't think we're going to put lily pads. Definitely feel like I want something back behind that. But in the meantime, so where's my green card base? I'll go ahead and put this on my green card base while I'm thinking about it. Oops. Glue on my fingers. Okay, I'm trying not to put my head in the way. I am sorry, sorry, sorry if I am. All right. Go. And go on inside. I'm going to use the other flower, which is right here. And it will be only on there part of the way. Okay. I'm going to use the black memento because it's a good one that you can color with. And I'm not going to color this thing while y'all watch me. I'll come back and color it later. But just not to take up the time. I wanted to kind of get this card finished for you. So we're going to put this down here. Kind of, it's going to be partially stamped off. But I'll color that in, kind of like I did this blue one right here. It'll be right there. And I'm going to put a sentiment on the inside. Said hello on the outside. I could do this wishing you everything wonderful again, and just wait, or you're capable of amazing things. Maybe I'll just do that one. Do I want it in blue or green? Blue, because my card base is green, so I'll do blue. Tahitian Tide blue. I'm going to put it about right there. And so this will go here. And let me try this on this piece. This might look, well, no. I'll tell you what I could do though. I could put this on a piece of this yellow. I think I might do this. Look at that. That will be just perfect. I just need to put it right there. Let me close this ink. And that will work just fine. What I'm going to do, that sometimes this is a good idea to do, just so I could use this piece of paper so that I'm not not wasting it or whatever, is to come right here and punch these guys out. Okay. We did it the wrong direction. And then those are available to use for something later. And where's that piece I stamped? And then you can still cover that up, see, like that. So this piece is 2 3/4, so I make this 3. And it was by 4. So this will be 4 1/4. Ooh, I can't believe it. I'm actually hungry for some reason. I did not cut that good. I'm going to take it down a tiniest bit. There we go. All right. And I'm going to need to color it before I glue it onto here. But so this is going to be in here like so. I will color this like I colored this one. Scrap, scrap, scrap. Got scraps. And then, what do I want to do here? I feel like I need to do something in the front here. What should I do? Let me see. I'll find these pieces of paper again. Oh, that's been glued down. I could just put a couple strips behind it. Oh, y'all, look at that. See, I got ink on that. Now I want to put one there. You don't see it so much on the green, but you see it on the yellow. Or what else did I have? This piece kind of looks more like sky, but it's the wrong blue. Yeah, because I'm not going to like that blue behind there at all. I'm thinking I might just put a couple strips of this behind it. I should have probably put a bow or ribbon behind that, and I didn't think about it before I glued it down. I'll make it 3/4 of an inch, I think. 3/4 and 3/4. Come back, come back, come back, come back. All right, let's see how this looks. Because I mean, I could stamp something back there, but I don't, in this particular stamp set, I don't know what I would stamp back there. There's not really anything appropriate to stamp. But I could put that there. And I could put this one under it right here. That wouldn't look bad. That just kind of looks like more jungle behind him. See, this is why I want to be able to do a live so I can ask people's opinions. Do y'all like that? What do you think? Do you think I should do that? Yes or no? Do you have any other ideas? And then somebody would have a bright idea of something I could do instead. See, the only other idea I had was using that piece of grass thing again that I used down here. And just doing like some kind of little decoration with the grass, but I don't really like that idea. So I think I'm just going to do this. But now I could put that one down lower, but it's not going to extend. The flower kind of dies out there, so I don't think I will. Just do this. I'll do this one as close to that edge as I can since I got ink on it. Now this is supposed to be an ink eraser, it's called a sand eraser, that sometimes will help get the ink off. I've never had a whole lot of luck with it. See, I'm batting zero here. I don't know how people get that to work, because I've not been able to ever get it to work. But it's okay. I mean, I'm not selling these cards. If I were selling them or if somebody was paying me to do these, I would definitely be doing that over. I mean, I don't mind really, really minimal mistakes, but that's not an acceptable mistake. That's just because I'm tired and I wasn't paying attention and I set it in the ink. And and if I'm selling a card, I don't want to sell a card that way. I want to do a better job. But when I'm giving these away, that's not a bad enough mistake to be concerned. Now, I have had some that I've had to, like, no, that's not going. That is not going. It is not good. Oh, gracious, yes, I'm tired. It's time to call it a night, I think. I'll get this piece down. And, we'll call it a night. And then next time I come back, I'll have finished the inside of this one and maybe done a couple more to share with you. I'm hoping to get my, like I said, my gratitude, not gratitude, the birthday journal book thing done, whatever it's called. So I need to put something cute on here. This is going inside. Some kind of little bling. We need some bling. So we'll pick out some bling here before I go. That's cute. It might end up being gold again because I've got a lot of that gold bling, and some of my other colors I don't have that many of. I do not. I mean, that green might look okay on here. What else? That color up there. I mean, they're a little bit of a different green, but it doesn't really matter. Because it's kind of, you know, your grass is going to be different greens. I think it would be okay. See, because I'm almost out of this green. I don't want to use it. What about a tiny butterfly, too? What I could put a tiny butterfly on this, couldn't I? What y'all think? I think I can. I'm going to get my package open. I think I can put a tiny butterfly on here. Somewhere. And I think I'm going to use those green ones. These actually, I think, came with it's a new one that's coming out in this mini catalog, one of the Christmas sets. It's like Merry and Bright or something like that. I think that's what it came from. So I'm going to put a little butterfly, or one of the bigger butterflies, actually. Maybe right here. He'll show up real pretty right there. And I could put a little one down here on this flower. I'm going to do that. And then I'll use some of these little guys. Roundabout spots. Put one here. Oh, I definitely want to put one on this little pull-off thing. It makes it look more like a pull-off thing. That was the other thing. I didn't like that sticking up. All right, I need another one. At least one more. Oh, come back here. Don't go over there. Don't go down there. Oh, I've got a big old splotchy green on my finger. I hope I don't get it on the card. I think I'll stick that one right there on the yellow. Okay, so there's 5, got 3 of those, and then 2 little butterflies. That's 5 pieces. Oh, I think that looks cute. I might do the centers of these flowers, just the centers on these with the, my brain's not working. This is definitely time to go to bed. What's it called? Wink of Stella. Some Stella. Just like in the middle of these flowers right here. Let's bring that out just a tiny bit. There we go. What about a piece of twine somewhere? Or some other bow? I don't know. I think it's just going to be twine, because I think the twine's going to look the best. I think the twine is going to look the best. I'm trying to clean a little bit as I go here. Also, I needed to find the twine. And here it is. Here's some other stuff I'm going to need these glue dots. And I've managed to turn this stuff all over. Okay, so, while I'm finishing up here, just a reminder, if you want to go shop, and you don't have a demonstrator already, you can find me on the Stampin' Up website, stampinup.com. And at the top, you find a demonstrator and type in my name, KIMBERLYOBRIEN, Kimberly O'Brien. I should come up. And then you put your order in. And if you're spending less than $150 before shipping and taxes, and it says, would you like to use the host code? If you're spending less than $150, please use my host code there, the RSSNZZZT. And of course, if you spend $150, you're going to want to use those rewards for yourself. So if you spend more than $150 before shipping and taxes, then go ahead and they'll automatically show you, oh, you have $15 in rewards, or whatever the amount is that you're over the $150. The first tier is 10%. So they'll tell you how much you have to spend in rewards, and by all means, go spend your rewards. But if you spend less than $150, let's not let that go to waste, because I can add it to some other orders and get some. So I guess, and I didn't think about it, so I didn't put a thing on the front because I put hello in here. So I don't guess I need anything down here. Because if I did have something down here, it'd be where I would stick the bow with it. But I don't know. Am I sticking anything down here? Or do we want to just leave it and not have anything take away from the cute little monkey dude? And I could still put the bow, like maybe right here anyway, or right here. Maybe stick the bow right there. Or on that one, maybe there. I think I'll just do that. If I do another one like this, I might put something down here. I don't know if I'll do another one like this or not, though. Who knows? I'm going to put it under this flower right here. Whoops, where'd it go? Where'd my sticky go? It wasn't on there. Somehow missed that one. All right, yeah, there's a sticky under that one. I can feel it. All right, and so we're going to put our bow on that little sticky right there. We'll roll it up just a touch. Stick that little knot on that dot. Not on the dot. Not on the dot. Make sure that's not hanging off, because I don't want it to interfere with my little guy coming in and out. All right, so other than coloring on the inside of this one, he is finished. So this is from the Paper Pumpkin Kit, Meaningful Flowers. It's the August 2023 kit. You can't get this kit anymore, but sometimes, not from Paper Pumpkin or Stampin' Up, it's possible they'll have more at some point, and they would put them in the store, but you would have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get them. Now, you might find one somewhere on an expired site, like Paper Pumpkin, that people have wants to sell. You might be able to find one that way. But the Paper Pumpkin kits are great if you want to have ready-made card ideas that you don't have to put any thought in it. So, like, this is extra thought and extra work that I put into it. I could have just done the ones that they showed me how to do here, and I would have been done a lot quicker, because I would have just done what they showed us to do. But I have fun challenging myself to come up with my own designs, and so that's something I always try to do with these kits, is come up with my own ideas, and seeing how I can do with that, and how many different designs I come up with. That's kind of fun too. Just putting my scraps over here and hoping I don't lose any of them. And then, there's my needle. Let's go ahead and stick that in my glue before I lose it again. It's stuck to my paper. So, I hope y'all enjoyed visiting my card class, my Cards on the Fly. And we'll come back again. I will get better about not taking so long. I promise. So come back. And you can always look at the beginning and then scroll to the end to see the finished product. And then if you want to go back, I fast forward through people's things sometimes too. So that's, you know, that's okay. You know, just come back. Don't leave us. Come back. And if you like what I had to share, please like and comment and share my videos, and especially subscribe. If you have any questions, the best way to reach me is to text me on my cell phone, 864-752-5688. And I'll answer whatever questions I can, and or help you, whatever the thing is. But here are my first two alternatives for this August paper pumpkin. The September paper pumpkin, the last day to order it will be the 10th. It will be the 10th of September, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, it's the one, it has a matching journal or something that you can buy in the store. And last time I looked, like yesterday, they were still available. I didn't look today. Saturday. I didn't look Saturday. I looked Friday night. They were still available. I haven't looked Saturday. And this is Sunday. I hadn't looked Sunday either. But anyway, so the new paper pumpkin coming up will have this little journal thing to go with it. And it has little, like, note cards that you can make. But everything will be there that you need to complete the kit. If you want to order the journal, you do have to be, have an active subscription. You can't be on suspend status or anything right now. So y'all go check that out. Let me know if you need anything, if you need any help subscribing or placing orders, or just questions about stamping or putting together cards. Or if you just want to come stamp with me, if you live in the area, I stamp almost every Saturday and Sunday, and a lot of weeknights too. I do work during the day. I have another, my day job. So come back and visit me. Thanks so much, everyone. You guys all have a great rest of your weekend, and happy Labor Day and all that good stuff. I'm sorry I went so long. Take care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.